7, 8, 9, 10. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
No other board members are in the building out there, right? Okay. All right, we're going to get started shortly. Thank you all for being here.
Getting ahead of ourselves. We're afraid of overdevelopment and crowdedness. That's what people are afraid of.
Right. And I will apologize to you today because that's what ended up happening in New York City, right? Overall, New York City is overcrowded and overdeveloped. And what ended up happening is that there's 59 community boards, and over the past 20 years, out of the 59 community boards, only 10 of them have been developed. And all of the other ones have been areas that want to maintain the
Okay.
status quo and the thing. But what
Okay,
happens
all.
is that they
We're
find out,
about to get started.
oh, perfect. Okay, great.
Ursula, you'll hit the record. You want to help me with this? With the chat and stuff? And if you want the camera, you can put the camera on. Okay. I'm trying to see if Alfredo can come. No? Is he sick? No, I know, but should I try and get him to come so he can meet quorum? Urs, let us know when you're ready. Okay. And for folks that are online, you have to identify yourself so that we can change your name. We see a phone number ending in 08. If you can let us know who you are so that we can rename you. Click on it. There's like the three buttons. Are there three buttons there? Click on it. No? Oh, because we're not host. Ursula only could do it because she's host. Are any of our residents, community members speaking today? If so, please make sure you sign the public gallery speaks. If anybody that's sitting back there, if you're speaking, you have to sign a sheet up there. Alpha, can you see if there's a sheet up there with names and bring it over? Thank you so much. Did you text? And you said, okay. Thanks. Oh, yeah. Heck? These are people that are talking. Okay, thank you. I wonder what's going on. Does it let you? Oh, perfect.
Not yet. What's up, Bengals? You need four more. After Wayne, you need four more. Okay.
Pat Boswell says she's running late.
Wayne, you brought the rain with you, I see.
Elise is running late.
And the bear, I gave that to, Bella.
Should we just get started without recording?
Beatrice, who is this? You know?
No, we need their name.
PHTF.
Yeah. Apologies. We're just waiting for Ursula to hit record so that we can officially start the meeting.
That's Ted James.
Yeah, so folks online, reminder, you have to name yourself. We see two phone numbers, one that ends in 08, one that ends in 10, and one that ends in 91. Carla, I think you're one of them. But anyone else, you have to enter your name and rename yourself for you to be part of this meeting. Your full name. Thank you.
And my number ends in 3608.
That's good. Alpha, do you want to say maybe Ursula needs a little support with how to record? Thank you. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you, IT. Tech support.
Tech support. Quick. No. We got to meet quorum in person first. Before anyone can be online. Can. But we did have quorum last time. Michelle can't make it. She's working late.
Good?
She just told me.
It's recording?
Oh, great. Okay. Okay, we're getting ready to get started. It is Thursday, May 22nd, 7:21, and we're opening up our full board meeting, and we will get started with our public gallery speaks. And so just a reminder, you have 3 minutes in total, 2.5 minutes to share, and the 30 seconds to speak about any follow-ups. And first up, we have Leslie Hope. Leslie Hope? Okay. Guy from FEG? FEC? No? Oh, your name is here.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Guy Loving. I'm the community liaison for the Family Enrichment Center for the Williamsbridge, Baychester area. As you know, we've come before you many times. We've been working in the community. This Tuesday, we were at PS 21. We did a workshop with some of the parents called Celebrating the Super Parent, which was a workshop in which the parents exchanged their strengths in parenting, and they also learned techniques of wellness and self-care. We will also be partnering with them on the 11th of June with their STH program, which are the Students in Temporary Housing. We will be distributing food cards and laundry cards. We also have a festival outside for the other children in which there'll be cupcakes and snacks and music and games. That will be in the afternoon after school from 1:30 to 3. We're looking forward to doing many things in the community, and we thank you for your support.
Running a little late. This is Elise. Somebody else is in room. Okay. Okay, anyone else here present? Okay, anyone online for our public gallery portion? Anyone online that is here to speak? Okay, so it's unfortunate, but Carlton, Alfredo, some of our other board members that are online and not in person, we're going to have to cancel this meeting because we don't have enough folks here in person, and that's, you know, very unfortunate that 17 of us made it here in person and the rest of our board members did not. So we need 21. Unfortunately. So this is just an example of the commitment that we need from our board members to join us in person. Yeah, Alfredo?
I'm outside. Give me a second. And,
We can't hear you. Sorry, we can't. Go ahead, Alfredo.
I'm outside. Just don't cancel the meeting because probably other people are going to show up.
Okay. Thank you, Alfredo. So we have one more. Sabrina, 1819.
We need two more.
We need two more.
Just call some people.
One more just arrived. Okay, so we need one. Alfredo, 20, and then we need one more.
Chucky is coming. My name? Jerry Crow.
Chucky, you're coming?
Yes, I'm about 10 minutes away.
Okay, we'll see you shortly.
But I'll be there. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Perfect.
She's counted.
They all counted.
Well, we'll have a presentation and then we'll continue in the meantime. Okay, so now we're going to close that portion. Yeah, they're on. We'll close that portion of our agenda. Do we have any elected officials, representatives?
We're about to cancel the meeting. They needed more.
Okay, Alfredo, we'll see you shortly. You're on. We could hear what you're saying. Thank you.
Hi, everybody. How's everybody doing? Andy Torcios from Councilmember Kevin C. Riley's office. Just here to give you an update on what our office is doing. So for legislation, I'm going to talk about Intro 82. Intro 82 essentially is going to it's a Councilmember Riley's bill. It's essentially going to be creating a campaign circulating gun violence intervention. So essentially it'll create a 3-digit hotline for those that are seeking any kind of mental services, any social services that they're wanting to seek out, and it's only circulating around gun violence intervention. So they'll be calling that line to seek safety, to seek mental support, and it'll also create incentive for the Office of Neighborhood Safety and Prevention of Gun Violence to create a campaign about this 3-digit hotline and about the information about it. We will start circulating around petitions for people to sign, and then when we do, we would like for your support on that bill. For budget, we are announcing participatory budgeting results. We have about 3 wins. So the first win, there will be an installation of NYPD security cameras in Co-op City. The second win is Truman High School Fitness Center upgrades. So Truman High School will be receiving fitness center upgrades. And then the third win is technology upgrades for students at Baychester Middle School. And then we're still having executive budget hearings, so if you want to tune in and to get more information about what kind of hearings are taking place, we will love for people to go on the City Council's website and register, or to testify at any of the hearings at www.council.nyc.gov. And for events, we're having our New York City New York City Parks and Soccer Tournament with our office in collaboration with New York City Parks every other Saturday for May. It's going to be taking place at Hafen Park, so that's Hammerley Avenue and Gunther Avenue from 9 a.m. to 3. Yesterday we had an introductory meeting with the Department of City Planning team and our office coming here at Committee Board 12 to discuss the White Plains Road Neighborhood Initiative Plan. It was great. It was wonderful. I feel like a lot of people got a lot of things out of it. If any of the board members have not, I know, well, not all of you were in attendance, but if you guys want to try to get the information we're going to send out, or your colleagues could send that to you, please just let me know so I can make sure that you're added in a follow-up email, or we could just send it to Beatrice and what's it called, George, and they can circulate it around that to you guys. And then Saturday we're having the Earl Moody co-naming that's happening on East 25th and White Plains Road. And then we're having a Link NYC 5G information session over by the Parkside Center. That's 644 80 Avenue at 6:30 Wednesday, May 28th. And then to kick it off, we're having a housing resource fair on June 3rd at Dreiser Community Center, 177 Dreiser Loop at 3 p.m. And that's Tuesday, June 3rd. Thank you.
Thank you, Andy. Okay, we'll go online. I think I saw Alina.
Yes, hi everyone. How are you doing today? Happy
Alina?
Mother's Day 365 days a year. Can you hear me?
We could barely hear you, Alina.
I don't know what's happening. Let me see. All right, can you hear me better now?
Yes.
Oh, perfect. Hi everyone. Happy Mother's Day 365 days a year. So obviously,
I'm
the
sorry,
mayor has
Alina.
made-
There is somebody here with the number ending in 08. You have to name yourself.
Yes.
You have to name yourself,
I
and you
did
have to
already.
mute yourself.
Oh, okay, I'll mute my, what is that, star? It's Margaret Rivera.
Can you hear me now? Hello?
Yes, we can't. Okay, great.
Oh.
Alina, the floor is yours.
Perfect. Hi, everyone. Hi. Hi. So no, obviously the mayor, he has a whole bunch of announcements and we were excited about all of the different things that are happening. I actually am happy that we have the sidewalk shed initiative where he's making sure that all the sidewalk sheds that are in the community that are taking advantage of the loopholes that were initially set in place are now going to be addressed. So if there's any bad actors in the community that you've seen the sidewalk sheds being up for a long time, please always call 311. Give me an email, send me an email with the address. One of the problems that he realized was that people are using the sidewalk sheds as a way to not do the repairs. Um, and obviously that's a problem, right? So that's something that the mayor really wants to crack down on. So anything that's happening in the community, I just encourage everyone to please call 311 and then contact me if things haven't been addressed. I have been working with George and Ursula. We addressed some issues over on 222nd Street where we had businesses that are not being good neighbors. Again, we do not want those type of things to happen in the community. So we had some cars getting towed, other things that are happening. So I just encourage everyone to please, if there's people if things are happening, call 311 and then contact me so I can work with the city agencies as a conduit to continue to get stuff done. The mayor is having a big safety announcement tomorrow, a summer safety announcement tomorrow in lieu of all the things that are happening with our kids and to get ahead of these things. So I'm always in touch with, I'm always available to everyone and I'm always in touch with George and Ursula. So please just continue to contact me if you need me. My contact information is ADOWE at cityhall.nyc.gov. And my phone number, and I'm always available to all of you, is 914-446-8393. And I look forward to seeing you guys soon.
Could you repeat the number?
Yeah, 914
Yeah.
446
446.
8393.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Thank you, Alina. Feel free to put your information in the chat as well. Any other elected official representatives that are here or online that would like to speak?
No.
Hi, it's Kira from the
Hi,
DP's
Kira.
office.
Hi, Kira.
Hi, is now a good
Go
time
ahead.
to
The floor is
speak?
yours.
Okay, thank you. Hi, everyone. Good evening. Thank you to the board members who attended last week's Community Board Recognition Barbecue, or I guess that was 2 weeks ago now. We were proud to honor the economic development chairs and the hard work that that committee is doing. We are still working on reappointments. You should have your reappointment letters by the end of next week. Those will be going out via email from our office. I am working on a parliamentarian training. We've been hearing from board members across the borough that that's needed. So that's going to be some point over the next few months for all board members. So we encourage you to come. It will most likely be virtual just to accommodate the hundreds of board members that we have. We're also going to be doing a conflict resolution training for the chairs and the district managers in about 2 weeks. I believe you both have information on that. And then towards the end of June, sometime in July, we're going to be doing new appointments. And new appointments will be sent letters over email as well. We'll be doing our new member orientation in August and swearing in ceremonies so that new members are prepared to start on the board in September. That's all that I have for tonight. I will put my contact info in the chat. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Kira, for being here. Anyone else? Any other elected official representatives?
Hi, I'm Randy Martos from Assemblyman Dinowitz's office. Sorry to interrupt. I'm substituting at the last minute for Ivan Ned, so sorry for the interruption.
Go ahead. Did you want to speak?
No, just I'm happy to be here, and I'll take, if you have any questions, I'll take it back later. Thank
Great.
you.
And you're here with, again, I missed, okay, Assembly Member Dinowitz. Thank you.
Yes.
Hi, this is Rochelle from Congressman Richie Torres's office. Can you guys hear me?
I can hear
Hello?
you.
Yes, we could.
Hi. So my name is Rochelle. I'm the Constituent Services Liaisons for Congressman Richie Torres. I'd like to share a few updates from the office. On April 29th, the House passed the Lithium-Ion Battery Act, which was led by Congressman Torres. The bill is a major step in protecting public safety. It requires the Consumer Product Safety Commission to set national safety standards for rechargeable lithium-ion batteries used on e-bikes. The batteries have been linked to a growing number of fires. Many of them have been deadly, unfortunately. This has been in populated areas like the Bronx. So this is critical to saving lives and preventing future tragedies in our community. On May 5th, Congressman Torres urged City Hall to match federal funding for a $1 million environmental study to help restore the Harlem River. Without the city's $500,000 contribution, this crucial step towards cleaning up one of the most polluted waterways is at risk. On May 9th, 39 House Democrats signed a letter urging Department of Homeland Security's Inspector General to investigate Louisiana's immigration detention system, which has been accused of abuse and poor treatment. This is led by Congressman Torres and Representative Adriano Espaillat. The letter highlights serious concerns, including violations of due process, risk to people, and failure to meet medical and legal responsibilities. On May 11th, Congressman Torres called for a federal investigation into reports that Qatar intends to gift a $400 million plane to President Trump. He's pushing for oversight and reforms to prevent foreign gifts from becoming personal property of current or former presidents. That wraps up my updates for today. Just a reminder of the services that we offer. We do assist with federal issues like Social Security, immigration, passports, or IRS. And please, just a reminder for everyone to check their passport status before booking any flights this summer. We do offer services to help check on status or try to even get first same day appointments. Unfortunately, they are not guaranteed, especially during the summertime with the amount of people that are applying. And our office is located at 540 East Fordham Road, and our phone number is 718-503-9610. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, just if everybody online can make sure they're muted. Anyone else online? Any other elected official representatives?
Hi, this is Renell from State Senator Jamal T. Bailey's office.
Hi, Renell.
Hi. So we're having a Memorial Day commemoration tomorrow. That will be at the Woolworth Chapel at Woodlawn Cemetery from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. So if you would like to RSVP, you guys still have time to RSVP tonight. I could provide the link. We're collaborating with Assembly Speaker Carl E. Hasty, U.S. Representative Richie Torres, Bronx Borough President Vanessa Gibson, New York State Assembly Member Jeffrey Dinowitz, City Council Member Kevin C. Riley, and City Council Member Eric Dinowitz. So if you'd like to attend, um, you still have time. I'll provide the link in the chat.
Thank you,
That's
Renell. And can folks just show up or they must RSVP?
I would advise to RSVP. I'm going to provide the link right now. I believe you guys still have time to RSVP.
Okay. And if you could email it to us too.
Okay.
Thank you, Renell.
You're welcome.
Anyone else online? Elected official representatives?
Good evening, everyone. My name is Fatimata Kamara. I'm from the Bronx District Attorney's Office. We don't have any announcements for today. I just wanted to greet everybody. Have a good night.
Great. Okay, so that closes this portion of our agenda. Next up, we are going to give the microphone to two of our amazing board members, Dominique and Alpha. Go ahead. Yeah. No, I think you could, I don't. Yeah, okay, we're going to continue until you guys figure that out. Alpha, I think you got to do it from Ursula's. Yeah. We'll continue with the next part of the agenda. I'm sorry, one second. Okay, so I'll share on sometime last week, public safety is a matter that comes up very frequently for our board. We even have public safety as part of our committee. And last week, I think it was last week, Alfredo and I had the opportunity to connect with the Chief of Staff for Commissioner Tisch. At the last meeting, I shared that, I'd like for somebody to come and speak to us and learn more about the NYPD's new public safety quality of life division. And so that's something that, they're saying that to qualify, there's certain criterias. Noise complaints is one of them, and as you all know, our district has been classified as one of the loudest noise complaints district. And so Alfredo and I had a conversation with the Chief of Staff, Ryan, sometime last week, and he shared that, they're in the pilot phases. Sometime in August is when they're going to continue to expand. Right now, they're studying to see how this pilot program is working, and that this was the perfect opportunity for us to kind of like advocate for our board for consideration. Aside from that, we also had our commanding officer for the 47th precinct, who's fairly new, Ashraf, come and join our executive committee meeting on Monday, this past Monday, and he was sharing his vision, the needs that he's seeing, as well as we were able to share our complaints and things that are common issues for us that come across our board. We also shared that we had a conversation with the Chief of Staff, and he also, said he was going to do his own kind of like study so that he can contribute to that conversation, and that he's also kind of feeling like we would qualify and we may be, in the ranking for that nomination coming up sometime in August, which, again, we'll have the opportunity to continue the conversation, but it's something that is very important for us. On the board, we're always hearing about abandoned cars, traffic enforcement, among other issues aside from crime, quality of life issues, and so we're in a good position to qualify for that. Any questions? Yes. Yes.
He enlightened us to a new way they steal the cars in the neighborhood. Instead of just breaking into them and driving them away, they have tow trucks come during the night and pick up the car. So if you see it 2:30 in the morning and you're coming home and you see a tow truck lifting a car onto a platform or thing, I would call 911 and report it, because that's the way they're stealing cars now, especially if the alarm is going off. So that's just the heads up that he gave us, and I thought it was a very good point. Thank you.
Additionally, he had noted that there was the grand larceny auto is up in the district, and the vehicles that they're targeting right now are Honda Accords, Honda CRVs, and Toyota Highlanders. And he said recently, I think this week, we got 24 new officers assigned to the precinct in the district. He mentioned 18 tractor trailers have been removed from the district. I guess they were abandoned or whatever the case may be. And 50 plus abandoned cars have been removed as well. Right. And if we have any complaints that we receive from the community, that we will send him a message, get a message to him, and he will do what he has to do. Okay? Thank you.
Madam Chair, I just want to take this opportunity to thank Ursula and everyone else that helped clean up Capuchin Way. That was a eyesore. They took care of the trucks, and things are kind of looking upward. We still have some work to do, but the sanitation enforcement needs to take a more vital role. But yet and still, the place was somewhat cleaned up, and we have to maintain it. So I just want to thank all the parties involved. Thank you.
Great, thank you. Okay, George is on vacation, he's not here. Yes?
Okay, I just would like to report that I have a couple of complaints on Laconia Avenue, 212 and Laconia, in that area. I was made aware that there was two young ladies, school children, around 3 o'clock. They were robbed on Laconia Avenue and 212. I was aware that last week that 5 or 8 vehicles were broken into and their airbags were stolen. And today, at around 6:30 this morning, I have already asked first, can we get a stoplight on 212 in Laconia? But this is the 3rd or 4th time they have ran into our building on 212 in Laconia, the Bridgefield Civic League. They tore up the whole front of our yard and fence again. It's just a year and a half they did that. They ran into our building the last year. They keep running into our building, the yard. How many times do they have to run into our building before we can get a stoplight on 212 in Laconia? And also, I would like to know who cleans up the mess after the accidents. The road is messed up, the sidewalk is all messed up. Who cleans up after accidents?
Deborah, these are great points that you've brought up. And so we would have to bring them to committee, Department of Transportation, for the traffic light. All of the complaints that you mentioned, I actually saw that on Citizens app this morning, the car accident that happened where you're saying, was it that one on Laconia? Right, and so if you, because we do have a direct connection to our commanding officer, can you email me all of that so that I can send it over to him? I know some complaints that we had when we met with him on Monday, our board members that said that by the next day, Tuesday, they were already addressing them. Okay, so if you can send that over to me. And then in terms of the city agencies, the other city agencies, we'll call them to have a meeting, and then we'll write a letter on behalf of everything that you've been saying, asking for support with that. Thank you. Anyone else? Yes.
Bridgefield Civic. Yes.
Okay. So now we're going to move on to committee reports. I already shared my part. Committee 1, John Isaac is not here. Robert or Bobby, can you speak
Yeah.
on that?
So at the Committee 1, Standing Committee 1, we had a motion to install or make a recommendation to the Department of Transportation to install a protected bike lane on the Nereid Bridge. And the bike lane would do a few things. Number one, it's going to help connect the communities between Woodlawn and Wakefield. Number two, it's going to protect the people who are on bikes going back and forth over the bridge. Particularly, there's a lot of delivery bikes that are going back and forth, big trucks coming back and forth, so it's pretty dangerous. So we think the installation of a bike lane makes a lot of sense there. Also, it's going to connect the bike lane on Webster Avenue, where there's already an existing bike lane, and there's an existing bike lane on 233rd Street. So it makes sense that the bike lane would continue as opposed to, just go nowhere, where the bike lane, it ends at the Nereid Bridge and stops right there. The other thing it's going to do is keep some of the trucks off the bridge. There's been a problem about trucks parking on the Nereid Bridge. We understand that the trucks don't have anywhere else to go and that there's problems. This is a big issue that's being looked at from a lot of perspectives. Anyone interested in dealing with the truck situation and helping those individuals find parking within the community? I know there's a spot adjacent to 95 that people are exploring. I'm interested in working on that. This is not an anti-truck motion per se, but we've made a determination that trucks should not be on that bridge, and it shouldn't take the 47th precinct dropping by every day or every other day to ticket and tow people. It just makes sense to let's make it look like we have a plan for this bridge by connecting the communities and protecting the safety of people going back and forth over the bridge. So with that, I'd like to make a motion again to write a letter to the Department of Transportation in the Bronx requesting a protected bike lane on the Nereid Bridge.
I forgot to mention that we don't have a recording secretary. Do we have any volunteers that would like to take minutes for this meeting? You did? Thank you, Etonia. We appreciate it. So you captured that, and the vote? Okay, great. Continue.
I think we can ask for a vote.
Carlton Berkeley. Thank you. Carla Basadi.
Aye.
Patricia Boswell. Patricia Boswell. Not present. Michelle Broomfield is excused. Joan Claude. Joan? No, not present. Utonia Davis. Tolene Dickerson.
Aye.
Tierra Donaldson. Denise Echeverria. Jaslyn Farmer is excused. Alfredo Figueroa. Sabrina Fisher. Johnny Goff. Sheila Grayson is excused. Robert Hall.
Aye.
John Isaac excused. Alpha Kamara. Robert Link. Javid Maglik is excused. Mark. Mark on virtual. Are you still with us? Mark, unmute yourself. He's here, I know. I'll come back to him. Lucille Martin, not present. Ma'am Mansard. Antoinette Mitchell excused. Elise Murray. Clinton Mike. Carmen Ortiz. Not present. Wayne Palmer. Reginald Paris. Ariel Peters. Not present. Dominic Finn. Anthony Reed, not present. Nicholas Rosa. Sherry Samuels. Karen Skinner Parker. Carl Stucker. Benga Surveyor. Luke Zavados, excused. Deborah Tirado. Deborah Tirado. Damon Totine, not present, I believe. No. Judith Benitez, aye. Beatrice Coronel. Mark, did you unmute yourself, please? Oh, Mark. Okay. Basically, the ayes have it. Thank you.
And I just actually wanted to do this in the beginning, but just sending our sincere condolences to Talene, who had an unfortunate incident where she, her son passed. We are with you. Our heart is with you, and our deepest condolences from everyone here. Okay, now.
Thank you. I appreciate it. My family appreciates it. Thank you.
We love you. Okay, and so now we're going to move on to the Robert Link Nominating Committee.
Okay, my name is Bobby Link. I'm the chair of the nominating committee. The nominating committee met on May 15th, 2025. I want to thank everyone on the committee for attending the committee meeting and giving such great feedback. Sabrina, Wayne, Benga, and Alfredo, thank you very much. So we have a slate of candidates. The majority of the current officers are running for re-election. However, we have an opening in the recording secretary position. So we're going to get to that for a second, in just a second. The committee discussed at length both procedures for an uncontested and contested election. If there's a contested race, for example, anyone who is nominated and is running in a contested race is going to need to complete a questionnaire that's going to explain what you want to do as an officer for the board, what your plans are, what you believe the position entails, how you think the community board can work better, things of that nature. And you're going to submit those interview responses to the committee. If it's contested, once those forms are submitted, the nominating committee is going to meet again on June 2nd, 2025. We'll approve a final ballot at this meeting. Then the ballot will be transmitted again, only if it's contested. There's going to be a ballot that's going to get sent out to everybody on the board via Google Docs. and you can complete the Google Doc spreadsheet and choose your preferred candidate. Everyone will have that opportunity. If you're someone like me and you're kind of allergic to technology, we'll arrange for you to be handed a paper ballot, and we'll make that accommodation, but you got to let us know that that is an accommodation that you'd like. The election is going to open, again, only if it's contested, on June 6, 2025, and it's going to close on June 20, 2025, and then we're going to approve the results of a contested election at the June full board meeting, and the winners will be announced, and it'll be wonderful. Now, otherwise, if there's not a contested election, the nominating committee is just going to approve the uncontested slate, and we'll approve it at the June meeting. So that's it. So then that leads us to our first order of business is we need a recording secretary. So can I have a nomination for someone to be our recording secretary? You can volunteer? Yeah, or just kind of
You're able to volunteer yourself. And just remember, this is a very tedious position, but it's a very important one, and it's still part of the executive officer committee, right? And that position is super important because you're capturing all the important elements that is being discussed, and that's our legal document. Ms. Goff, would you like to volunteer? No? Okay. It's
Etonia?
Etonia Davis.
I second, I third. Etonia, it is very tedious, but it is such an important, it's probably one of the most important positions. And we need somebody solid like you.
She has.
Am I allowed to use my laptop?
Yes. Listen, we can even get a transcribing. Etonia, we can even get a transcribing kind of like system through WebEx. I know that.
Because that would be great. As well as just in addition, if it's possible, we could add captions to all of our videos.
We can.
So that people that are hearing impaired can also just read along with what we have for our meetings.
You see already how you're elevating
She's got
this position?
the best smile in the room.
Okay, so I am nominating Etonia Davis for recording secretary? Recording secretary.
And I second that.
Third.
Etonia, your submissions. Okay. We would love for you to be in that position for us. These documents that you draft are there forever. Even after we're long gone, that remains, and that will be remembered and reflected on for new new executive members when they need to refer to something, when they need to see what happened back then, and so. Okay.
I will tell you the Lord.
Okay, so then I have to ask the question, is anyone challenging Etonia for the recording secretary position, or will this be uncontested? Going once, going twice, sold. All right.
No
the next office, Beatrice Coronel, chairperson. Anyone running against Beatrice? Going once, going twice. Okay, that'll be uncontested. Anyone running for first vice chair? That's currently occupied by Clinton Mike. Going once. Do we have any nominations? Okay, second vice chair. That's currently occupied by John Isaac. Do we have any nominations in opposition to John Isaac? Moving on. Correspondence secretary, currently occupied by Judith Benitez. Do we have a nomination opposed to Judith Benitez? Someone running against her? They don't necessarily have to be opposed to her. It could be a friendly contest. All right, so no opposition there. Tolene Dickerson is the treasurer of Community Board 12. Does anyone like to challenge Tolene Dickerson? All right. All right. So what'll happen now, we have an uncontested election. You're not going to have to do the Google Doc. we're going to meet on June 2nd, and we're going to formally approve this slate of candidates, and we will submit them at the June meeting for approval. And that's it. Thank you so much.
To the team, Etonia Davis. We're so happy. Thank you. Okay. Congratulations. Just for the more board members to know, these positions are difficult. It's a lot of work. We're volunteers, but we're doing a whole lot of work behind the scenes. So thank you all. Honored. And I think that's it. Anything else before we close?
Madam Chair, I just want to go back to Committee 1, and I think we'd be remiss if I did not mention the Maggie Alston Street ceremony that was mentioned. All the paperwork is in, and if in fact they cannot use 229th Street, of which this is Carmen Rosa Way, they will allow themselves to name 230th Street and White Plains Road in honor of Maggie Alston. We need confirmation from DOT with regards to that. Not a vote is needed, but I'd just be remiss if we did not mention it.
So we have to follow up with
Yes.
Ursula and George so they can get us that
Yes.
information. Okay,
Okay.
thank you so much for
Thank
that.
you.
Anyone else before we close? Oh, wait a minute. We have a presentation from Alpha and Dominique. And this is about our social media. And so this summer is a perfect opportunity for them to get started and start this. Go ahead. Beautiful. And this is for Bronx CB12 Connect, the launch. Make sure you're sharing your screen.
Okay, so hi everybody. I'm Dominique. So me and Alpha have been doing a lot of conversations just around what we want our social media page to kind of look like. So we were talking about kind of starting off with the first thing, which is the Did You Know series. So we want to talk about exactly civic engagement kind of snippets and like education around that. So educating the public on what is the community board and what it actually does, and like how is it impactful to our community and why it's needed. Alpha did a really good series a little while ago about what a community board is and like the function, and like broke it down into very simple buckets that I was sharing and a whole bunch of other people were sharing. So we definitely want to do something like that so everybody understands what a community board is and why we need it in our community. The other thing that we were talking about are faces of the board. So we want to highlight different members of the board, also businesses. So we're going to go around to different members and say, hey, tell me a little bit about yourself. What do you do? And like, why did you join the board? Different things like that. We want to humanize that, you know, people are actually on the board and like are doing this for a great reason, you know? So the other thing we want to talk about is local businesses in our community. There's so many businesses that are around that people don't even know about. And we're not just talking about Freckles, we're talking about even more businesses that are little than that, that people really don't know about, that have great things going on. Like any service you could think of, it's here, we just need to showcase it. The other thing that I was gonna kind of touch upon is just some interview questions for the community board members. So what inspires you to join the community board? How long have you been serving? What's one issue in the Bronx that you're passionate about improving? What's something most people don't know the community board does, which people don't know the community board does so many different things, so that's also something to highlight. What advice do you have for someone who wants to get involved and wants to be on the community board? If you could describe District 12 in one word or phrase, what would it be? So that would kind of be like the spotlight on the different members of the board. And then also for the local businesses, tell us about your business, how long you've been a part of District 12 basically, what inspired you to start this business here in District 12. What's one thing you love most about serving the people in this community, and how can the community better support you and other local businesses? And then also lastly, if you could describe the Bronx in one word or phrase, what would it be?
So that's the first part. I'm gonna share my screen now.
Okay.
Sure.
Sure.
Yes, it's on. The question I'm posing is that, would this be a pamphlet that you are inspiring to do? Like, for instance, the one with faces of the members of the board, if we were to write something about ourselves and go into a pamphlet?
No.
I got a microphone, I got a camera.
Okay.
No, we're talking more about doing like reels, like stuff on actual social media. So like if we're doing like a video, it's going to be a video. There's no pamphlets. Like everything is going to be online. So
But suppose
it's digital. It's just digital.
Just for a second.
Sorry.
Suppose some people don't care to be on social media.
That's fine.
That's fine, but we're trying to get more young
I
people.
more attention.
Yeah, exactly.
That's fine. But there is something about social media that some people care not to be on.
And that's fine.
And, I'm
And
one
that's
of those
fine,
person.
but the masses of young people that we also could bring in, like on a TikTok, like for example, I posted a TikTok video last week and got 2,000 views in like 2 days. So if we could get 2,000 views, somebody sent it to somebody that sent it to somebody, then we can get some more attention. I totally agree with what you're saying because I'm a person that likes paper. But most people are moving towards like more social media type stuff.
Okay, that's fine, but
Sorry,
question.
digital.
We have laptops and computer and telephone and emails and all that stuff. But do you still use a pen and pencil? I do. I still write, and I'm a good writer and a creative writer because I was a school teacher. But there's just something about social media that some people care not to be on. I'm not saying that we're going backwards now.
No,
we're going forward, but still in Illinois, we
But I
still
agree.
use
And
pencils and
I just want to
paper.
share something, Ms. Goff. You're actually part of that committee. And so there is an avenue that if you feel like, hey, yes, this is important, but I also still, as part of the committee, want to suggest something that's given, tangible, a hard copy, we could do that as well. We just would have to see what the budget is for printing and stuff, but we can absolutely do that because they will be in the streets promoting what we do, promoting the board, and there will be an opportunity for us to hand out hard documents as well. And you're part of that committee, so you can absolutely, give that input and propose that.
I'm all for going forward and moving forward. Don't think I'm not.
No, I get what you're saying.
Because we are experiencing something that happened in a school, can't call the school name, okay, where a student, and I want to share this very quickly, where a student, a teacher, licensed, certified state teacher, after 15 years of teaching, said something, well, the kid thought it was derogative, taped it, took it home to the parents. The parents came in and got a meeting with all of the people that was involved and taped every conversation. Now the school is
So that's
under
why we're
investigation.
consistent. Those 5 questions are the only questions.
Okay,
And
no,
secondly,
I'm just saying, all what
No,
you're
no.
doing is great.
'Cause
I
again-
like it. I'm on the committee, like she said.
No,
But
because
we just
again,
have to be
we're already
careful on
alive on
certain
YouTube,
things.
so it's like it's already there. So it's not like we're not really doing nothing different. All we're just kind of doing is just taking this long package and making it to small bite pieces. So we're just taking everything,
Yeah.
just making it to like 5 seconds.
No, Dr. Goff, I totally agree with what you're saying because I too used to work in a school, so I totally understand what you're saying. Trust me, I agree with you. There should be something sometimes tangible. I understand both sides, if that makes sense.
And we do need to be cautious, right? Because
Yeah.
we don't want to be liable for anything. So, always with that in mind. Go ahead, Denise.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of social media. A lot of what I do, I go through social media. I think that's the best way. That's how young people advertise and how we pass along information. Have you ever considered a limited podcast series as well?
A podcast?
Yeah.
That's a whole nother avenue.
Yeah. I'm thinking of the future.
I mean, if everybody's with it, I wouldn't mind doing a
You
podcast.
know,
But
going
that is
into
a
the
lot of work. I won't lie.
community, interviewing people in the community.
Yeah, I like that. I like that weight. Yes. Yeah.
This is not a question, but basically, they know the internet guidelines, so they're very cautious about what they're going to be doing. And if you have ever followed Alpha's social media pages on community involvement, do you hear something about? Do you know about what they're doing the White Plains Road? Just letting people know what's going on. And we need to spice up our web page is kind of flat. So anything positive is a good thing.
Yeah, we already have a YouTube page. We already have a Facebook page. So this would be a way to elevate an Instagram page, and whatever else. Yeah, and a podcast. Do you want to continue, Dominique?
I was just gonna say, I guess Alpha, we were trying to show some videos of the examples of what we wanted to do. I guess if you're just having some technical difficulties, but if you guys want to ask questions or any statements, now this sure.
Hey, Dr. Finn.
Hey.
Congratulations to Dr. Finn for getting her doctorate. Yes.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Excellence up in the house. That's the only thing that we have at this community board is excellence. So I'm very happy to be officially a part of it in this new capacity as well. All right. Very, very cool. Very cool. All right. So my question is just asking for confirmation so we're all at ease. To confirm, you are not doing live YouTube videos. You are just asking and interviewing people, and the videos that you're doing, you're going to show to our chair and everyone else so that everybody knows everything's on the up and up before we upload anything to the actual internet.
Exactly. We're not doing any lives. I don't even like lives, but yes, that.
Use part of your committee time at your committee meeting to share what will be on, what will be shared.
That works.
And I agree with what she's saying, just as long as we don't take forever to approve things, because we need to also show some of these recorded videos in real time. Like, you don't need the public to learn about things after it's already passed.
And that was one of the things that me and Alpha spoke about, is that content has to be real time. It can't be like 2 months from now. It doesn't matter in 2 months. It matters like right now to get the information out. Oh, thank you. Alpha's really, well, both of us have been really good, but he's definitely, if you do not follow Alpha because he will give you all the info. Okay. I think, I didn't hear you. No. Yeah.
Spoke complaints wrong. Volume.
No, because I realized her audio don't work, and then my cell phone was connected to the internet. All right, cool. All right, so go down.
You want me to go back to sharing my screen?
You can. So basically, what I was going to show was basically like 3 video examples. So the first video was like, everybody knows like the They Not Like Us, right? So it's kind of like a start video where we kind of like, boom, this is the community.
I hate that one.
Tested 1, 2. All right. So this, you don't have a thing on yours, right? I can take this. All right. So let me try to email it. I know what I have to do. I just got to take my laptop back over there. If you guys can bear with me for like 2 seconds. All right, cool. Yeah.
No, that's from my iPad.
Mm-hmm. All right. All right. So like we were saying here, so community calendar. So basically, we're looking at, like for instance, the event that happened yesterday with community conversations. I did a video where kind of like talked about just the event itself. So there are many events that's happening. Shout out to Ursula, like always emailing us. But we want to also find a way to kind of make it more interesting to post on our page. So I had a different video component, if I can get it, but I can't, which I'll show the next one, if anything, that we can kind of, again, I did a video, it had 2,000 views, and a lot of people from the community shared it. So not knowing if that actually helped bring a lot of people into the event. So again, the whole goal right now is to just start recording. I already started taking pictures. I have a couple of videos. We just want to just grab all the content. Whoever's interested in being interviewed, we'll love to interview you. Actually, the simple 5 questions. We're saying 5 questions, but we utilize that to then launch our campaign. We'll then utilize a way that, again, that we can focus on us as a group to just show more engagement with like a camaraderie amongst each other. And I had a couple videos that could show that we can utilize to do it. So one will be like introducing the executive board, but it was a fun way where you turn the chair around. You guys can probably see right here, over here, you guys. I'll show you guys over here. I don't think it won't let me share the screen over there. But yeah, so I'll show it again to the pie chef, Ursula, to actually show it to the group. So it's 3 videos, one that's focusing on different businesses. There was a video there that we could kind of focus on and copy. Another video was introducing the group, and another video that introduced like the executive board. So that's really about it. It's really just kind of just implementing that strategy as the campaign. And every event that comes up, we'll kind of have a video that either I myself, somebody else is interested to share, can do that as well. So it'll be just kind of going to be a group effort to kind of get engagement more with the community, know who we are, and then know what events is going on. So that's kind of really the main component of the presentation. So whoever's interested, we can set up a time to kind of like do the interview for the board, and I'll start with that first. So I have a microphone.
Great.
I'm ready. We got mics.
And
we got
Carl
camera,
has been a community member for 51 years.
So there we go. So we'll start with you.
That should be the history, the first one. Okay, that was amazing. We're so excited, looking forward. This summer could be a great opportunity for us to really be out there marketing. We have our tablecloth, so we can table as well. Yes, thank you, Urs. I wanted to share for everybody that's here, are you okay with us sharing your email? Can we share emails with each other? Is there anybody that's opposed to sharing emails with each other? No? Okay, so I'll be sharing. All right, can I get a motion to close?
Madam Chair,
Yes.
please, I'm sorry, my hand was up.
Oh, we didn't see.
It's okay. I just wanted to say that from the beginning of this year, Alpha and Dominique, they did the work. We started out in the meetings. They did everything. I'm extremely proud of them. Committee 3 as one of the chairs. So a little cheer for you for y'all.
Thank you so much, and we echo that. Okay, so we are, did we get somebody to motion for close?
Third.
We're not supposed to do anything outside of board members after public comment. Okay, all right, so we are closing our meeting. It is 8:22. Everybody have a great holiday weekend. And remember, next month is our last month before we go into recess for 2 months for the summer. Be safe. Jerry, Sully? Did you? Jerry, unmute. Wait for me. Wait for me. There weren't any minutes.
Mr. Sully, we need you to unmute. We can't hear you. We need you to unmute. You're muted, sir. We can't hear you.
How's that?
Jerry, did you
Yeah,
have a
can you
matter
hear
to
me?
bring up?
Yeah, I have a concern. They're going to be building, supposedly, there's a doctor's office on Van Cortlandt Park East.
All right,
It's
I'm
a
gonna.
doctor's office.
Jerry, it's
two
Alfredo.
floors.
Call me. I told you to call me. Call me. Call me now.
Okay. All right, very good. Thank
Call
you.
me right now.
All right.
Call Alfredo.